was holding on to drugs for my friend.
What kind of drugs do you hold?
Okay.
Well, who's your friend?
Okay.
Who's your friend?
He's not
What's his name? Snitch. Snitch them out. Now you're snitch. Hey, what do we do with snitches in this bitch? What do we do? Snitch. We go by rules. Snitches get stitches.
Somebody motherfucking snitched. Everybody, episode 5, Somebody Snitched podcast. We're here. To my motherfucking left is Dom. He's super tight. But this Dom's in the building. To my right, this is Lawrence.
What up? What up?
And all the way to the corner, my super duper super fly bitch. My itchy kitchy Courtney. And I am Malika, your hostess with the motherfucking mostest.
Ew.
And welcome to episode 5.
We up.
So I'm sorry that I'm starting with so much energy, but they had me drinking already. So you see my cup.
She poured the cup
That's
up. She
true.
lying.
She did pour it.
I didn't pour the cup.
Acting like
I did have the liquor though, but we were sitting here for a while. But I want to start on a very serious note. Actually, I would actually like to say R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle.
Facts.
If we could actually have a moment of silence in honor of him.
All right,
So, how did everybody feel about Nipsey?
that shit really hit me, dog.
Because you actually told us.
Yeah,
You were the one who gave us that
Because
shout
I heard
out.
when I heard when he got shot. I'm like, damn, niggas get shot. Nigga
Yeah.
got on gold chains and a Maybach.
Yeah. I thought
But-
he was gonna live though.
That's what I was sad of him just getting shot.
Right.
Because niggas, you don't shoot real niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a
Real
certain
niggas don't get shot.
real
Not that
niggas
you don't
shouldn't get
shoot.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was a story about, I think it was like Lou Williams, a ball player. He played for Philly. Nothing too notable or whatever. He's driving down North Philly, dangerous neighborhood or whatever. And some nigga tries to come up and rob the nigga. And peeps that it's him. He's like, shit, you do so much for my community. I would feel bad shooting you because you help everybody around me.
That's
it may not
crazy.
be me, but you help niggas around me. And this nigga, Nipsey, for the past 10 years, has done nothing but help.
Facts.
And show niggas and give niggas game.
Yeah.
Niggas like a young Jay-Z. Like
Yo, that's.
like
I was in my head like, yo, the West Lost State Jay-Z. Like,
nigga,
He
the
was
West
gonna
lost
be-
a Tupac. Like this
Yeah,
is
they-
he's literally Tupac's like
they lost
son.
a lot.
Yeah, and all that Nipsey was, he was a entrepreneur, he was a rapper, he was a
nigga was everything.
philanthropist, he was a
Everything.
father,
Father.
he was someone's man, and I think in all of those different points he excelled. So I think for me, it really made me sad to know that somebody could take their time out to be such a great person, because people are fucked up. People are nasty and Nippy.
My nigga Nip.
Nip was that nigga. So he
That's
was a
it.
real nigga. And he stood for so much. So I think even people that didn't really know his story
Facts.
felt that.
Yeah.
Because it was just so much love. And you can tell when somebody has so much love that they gave that much.
Yeah.
And for us, I know we hear about Tupac and Biggie, but we didn't really feel that. That wasn't really our generation.
It ain't touch us like it did this.
So for Nipsey, I didn't know. You sent the text message to the group chat, and I was like, whoa, that doesn't even sound correct.
Like when I seen it, I literally like, all right, they shot Nipsey. All right, he gonna pull through. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way.
This man
On
can't
some
go.
YG shit.
Yeah,
YG
like
got shot.
this the type of nigga that pulls through it. But you know, they did a little snippet of the video of how it went down and the guy coming back and like finishing it
I
off.
heard Nip was still talking.
He was still moving, you know,
Yeah.
and then seeing him come back and kick him while he already down. That shit really
Did they
hurt.
actually say how many times he got shot?
6.
It's
Wow.
like 6, you know. And people like that, you know, we losing all our gems. Like all of the black people who could probably take us into another stratosphere of, you know, just living, we losing them by the dozens, you know. just all the OGs, all the good-minded people who could. It's crazy.
Bro, no
And
cap.
to-
If I had emotions, if I was more in touch with my emotions, that shit would really make me cry. Like that shit is really fucking sad to me.
And to speak about to the group of people that weren't a fan, because I didn't know much about him musically, or I knew him as the Lauren London's boo, baby father, boyfriend, and saw the news that he got shot. I was at a party. I was like, damn. I was like, out of all people, that's crazy. I was like,
You twerking your ass off?
I was at some Kappa thing, and that thing was going.
Excuse me.
You see me? But and then that news came out, and then the hour or 2 hours later in the party, we saw the news that he passed. I was like, this is wicked. Like, and I don't know his music, but then when I started, and I was that person, like, you know what? Let me take a listen. A, because streams matter, and B, because just out of respect, I should know something about him more than just that one person. And then when I looked up everything he's done, and then when the funeral came and his brother spoke, I was at my desk like, yo. It was pure sadness, and it's like going to a funeral, not knowing that person, but crying, tears. I've been to funerals like that because they affected so many people.
Shit
You
like
hear
that
the people.
inspires me.
You hear the people talk about that person. Like, that's how I want to go. Like, I want the line out the door for people coming up saying what good I did while I was here, you know, and how many lives I touched while I was here. Like, homie sold out the Staples Center for his like.
Bloods and Crips came together at the end. Like,
we got to think of Michael Jackson did that.
Yeah.
You got to think of, and it's even like we Courtney had. Yeah, like
Michael Jackson and Nipsey Hussle.
Like we said, Courtney said, it was people who was only fans of him dating Lauren London. It was people who was fans of his music. It was people fans of his work, and all that put together makes, you know, like the hand, you know, the
it
things
touches
he
so
touched.
many people. Yeah.
Like literally, you had people in business suits and with Crip flags, blood flags, all caring about this man because that's how many hands and pots he touched. You know,
You got to think about the way somebody. What's this? Just like she said, it's the way you make somebody feel, and especially when it comes from somebody who doesn't know you personally, because we all know how protected we are of ourselves and the people that are our people. But when somebody is just showing you genuine love that doesn't know you, it's a different feeling to type of reciprocate. Like, when has somebody come out of their way to really help you make you a better person, to put more money in your pocket, to give you more knowledge,
Invest into you,
and then people who society gave up on, like he was inmates. People coming out of jail after 10, 15 years, he was putting them on, you know, like, yo, let me put some nice clothing on your back so you could go, when you go back to see your family, you know, giving them jobs. That shit don't happen every day, like, you know.
and it wasn't even out there like that. And I love silent movement, like that kind of, until you have to research things to actually know. Like, he invested in so many businesses, and it's like, damn, almost like, damn, I wish I looked into this sooner. But like, he was already moving behind the gate, like without you even noticing. And then
finally sold out the Staples Center.
I'm not gonna hold you. Like I said, I wasn't into his music prior to Victory Lap. I heard him. He had a few features and shit. I learned more about what he was doing behind the scenes, and it made me excited for Victory Lap. Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, I gotta hear what the fuck this nigga's talking about, because he's moving too perfectly on everything else. So I'm like, if he's spending as much time as he's doing the research behind, like, his he had a smart store behind him, investing in the block behind Vector 90. I'm like, what the fuck is your music gonna sound like? Because this is the shit that brought him money. You know, I'm sure he moved a little drugs and shit, but that was just starter money. So like, and the album fucking slapped. Like, he made a classic album before he fucking left. Like, that shit, sad as fuck. Honestly, can we change the subject?
Yeah, because we're not gonna stay too long on a sad note. But
and overall, he wouldn't want that anyone else to feel sadness for what's going on. I would assume he would want.
Yeah, and I love how they put it. And nobody said it was a funeral; it was a celebration of life service.
Definitely.
That was awesome.
The marathon motherfucking continued.
There you go. But I want to catch up with everybody's week.
Oh yeah.
Hey, motherfuckers!
Lovely people.
I know you're still upset about the thing, but Come on, smile.
No.
Tell us about your trip. You said you had a story for us.
Oh yes, you did.
Or this one of your
Yeah,
off-camera
Don be working
stories.
across the world.
You wrote in the group chat. You was like, "Yo,
You was in a meeting with your team.
I can't.
We're gonna
say
come back."
Damn.
Wow, that's corny.
Fine.
What you was doing this week, Courtney?
Honestly, I just booked tickets for my vacation July 4th. Don't ask me to go nowhere later because I don't got the money. I gotta save. I'm going to ZR out of all the places.
nice.
I know, right?
Wow.
We booked our resort and
And you're single.
What part you going
You
to?
should
Who you going
have
with?
some random sex. Honestly, you should.
Punta Cana. And I'm going with my two girls.
Y'all stay together out there.
I mean, I'll look and see how it's doing down there. And
A little tequila, a little.
oh no,
rhythm.
that's all. All I
Few
need is
slaps.
all inclusive. All inclusive resorts are hitting every minute. Drinks and food as much as I like. No problem. But yeah, so that was honestly a highlight
There you go.
of my whole week. How about
What did you do, Lawrence?
Me, I did some shopping.
He was fucking his bitch.
Damn?
And I was
I
doing
just-
a lot of shopping.
What'd you get? What'd you get us too?
I had bought some tickets to this festival I go to, Picnic.
I got money.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So
picnic.
I went and
Picnic.
bought my
Pink-
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, I saw you had pictures from that before.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
That's
go
cute.
back
Looking
this
frosty.
year. Yeah,
I think I might go this year too.
it's lit. I got
My
a
nigga
nice
said-
little pink pinstripe type shirt.
Oh, excuse
The
me,
honeys
nigga.
be there too.
Yeah, they be out there.
And people come and perform. Like, what is it?
Yeah, they do performance. It's like a big stage. It's a lot of it's dope. I can't even explain it. You just got to get your ticket and go. It's really dope.
Malika, what was you doing this week?
I did get my hair done.
I see you. You see her.
You know.
Is that a honey blonde or it's just
So
blonde?
it's a balayage apparently.
Heard you.
So
Money.
it's hand painted individual streaks of blonde.
Come on now.
So I went with the medium tone 1st because I didn't know how
It
icy
sounds
you
like
want
y'all
to
speaking a
get.
whole nother
But
language.
she trust me,
I know she.
I'm in it. I'm here like.
She knows, but it's,
So the next time I go, I'm gonna get more pastel, Lawrence.
Okay.
That means instead of more like golden, it's gonna more like be like
yellow,
whitish,
whitish.
like more light.
Okay.
I might have to see it.
But yeah, I got my hair did. More importantly, Dom, can you pull up?
Did y'all coordinate your froze or no?
No, I took out my.
It's warm. You know, you got
Full
to let
locks.
the hair breathe. You know.
You know what? One day me and Dom gonna come in with the same haircut.
Come on,
yo.
Lil.
Go.
Get the wig
Hope
popping.
not. Like, it's gonna happen.
Wait,
gotta
Malika,
coordinate that.
didn't you make this whole table as well?
Oh yes,
Who do you think you?
I
Throw Bob the Builder here.
That's a fact.
Y'all,
gas
if you need it, she got it. Just come up with the
Yeah.
coin. She can
I
make
did
it.
make this whole table. It has cubbies,
Any color you
so
like.
storage. You know,
Starting price is $200, but we can talk a little later about price.
that's including shipping
And labor.
You know? There you go, and supplies.
Look up her
Hit
Etsy
me.
page.
You got it. You want it. I got that. I got that.
Damn.
Okay. But yeah, can you pull up my ride here? My ride here was lit. So first, before you even pull that up, I'm on my way here recording. You know,
Yeah, regular
nice
shit.
Sunday. The weather was nice.
On your
Window
story.
down.
Window down.
Hair in the.
Why was there a motherfucker walking on the phone casually on the Jackie Robinson?
Oh my God. We talk about the Jackie Robinson
Wait.
all the time.
Wait.
Whoa.
That shit is
In
trash.
the fast lane. On
Did y'all go past a car? Like,
First
where
of
he
all,
come from?
no. First of all, I didn't even know anything was happening until I heard Ryan, my boyfriend. This nigga was like,
My boyfriend.
this nigga was mad. What the fuck?
Yo, yeah, I get that feeling. Yo, sick.
No, you on the
And I
Jackie
look up, this man is in the fast lane.
in the
Oh,
middle or
God.
to the side?
To this left,
To the
right?
side, but it doesn't. You're on the Jackie
The Jackie
Robinson.
is
And
so
not the
thin.
middle. I hope not.
Jackie's so thin for the cars, let alone a person to be
My
there
thing
too.
was, I don't know his story. I don't know how he got there. I don't know if it was a choice. Is it? What did you say was on the other side?
There's a surface road that he could walk that is parallel to
But he decided to walk on.
houses over there.
So
But maybe he couldn't crawl.
No, he was looking to get hit that day. To be real, niggas
know,
do that shit
Some people
to
try to
get
commit
action.
suicide.
To get action.
Yeah, like they.
On the phone.
And then there's certain.
He was probably arguing with his girl like, "I'll jump right now for these cars. Don't fuck with me."
He
That
probably
nigga
hopped
wasn't
out the
doing
car.
shit.
Like
That nigga's crazy. Don't give this nigga credit.
But then before that, now you gotta pull it up.
I'm gonna see what I can do.
nobody.
Your email never came
Y'all
through.
didn't think to let him in the car, give him a ride. Yeah,
Even a ride somewhere. You trying to lose the life?
you might.
Whole life gone. Done,
Yeah.
splattered.
Everybody might.
Pick up. Oh,
That might cause a whole bunch of accidents.
But
Sure.
yeah, then
You never sent that shit.
I did. I texted to you.
Nah, nigga.
I'm in your text messages.
Send it to my email.
But there was a car on fire.
like flames.
Was that his car?
Was that his car?
That,
Nigga, you sound
That's-
British as fuck.
was that his car?
Was it his car?
But was it
That
close
could've been-
by? It was close by.
Like what
It
was
looked
the
like you were on
mile?
Long Island.
What was
Yeah.
the mile difference from the?
Nigga, that was a whole like 20 miles difference.
Maybe the nigga got somewhere to go. Y'all playing, and he was in the fast lane, so you know what's up. He's speed walking.
Was this it?
It was.
Oh wow!
A nigga white
Y'all
shit
can really
low.
see the smoke.
Hold on, let this shit load.
Just wishing everyone a healthier Sunday.
Could have been some sugar in his gas
Producer,
tank.
what's up
Like-
with our Wi-Fi that day?
That's
This
what
shit
causes
is really
fires.
like black smoke
Yo,
coming off
the
this
fact
shit.
that you said sugar in the gas. You know I
Honestly,
heard that story.
Okay.
Sugar in the gas tank?
You
That's
always
a-
trying to
that's a
kill
great-
somebody, or
I know somebody used to use it as a threat.
yeah.
So I got a tattoo, my first tattoo, 17 years old, tattoo behind the barbershop, but there was this girl in there.
I think everybody got the. If you was under 18,
What did you get?
They got the leopard on their back, probably,
Oh, my
or the
fucking
stars.
God,
I
I hate
hate
the
those.
leopard.
I got.
Sorry, someone have that?
I don't care, nigga.
I
Look
do.
like that.
I got a Grim Reaper back there.
Black.
Grim Reaper.
Oh my God, I
Nigga,
hate
what?
that tattoo.
Yeah, my
I've
mom
never
hates
seen
it
y'all
too.
tattoo.
No, he got
Let
the
me- where is it?
nastiest Grim Reaper tattoo on his arm.
Oh, you got two layers on.
It looks like
Yeah.
a little child in a hood with some fucking baby.
Why'd you get
on
it?
there. It looked like
Why
Disney
did I get it?
letters.
I don't even know. Like,
Oh
to tell
no.
He was, was feeling it one
It-
day. Oh, Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying? Come
I be
through
killing
with the-
niggas. I'm doing
I'm
the block.
dangerous.
I used to live a
dangerous
different
life.
life.
Smokey,
I was hugging the
El
spot.
Bundles, Larry.
That was your nickname, Grim Reaper.
You know Dom calls you Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just told him like literally my grandfather calls me that, and then
My grandfather.
I used to have like teachers who used to, oh, can I call you Larry? I'm like, nah, don't call me that. Like, we're not friends. You feel me?
But
I'm
We
sorry,
don't give me no
tattoo.
extra credit for participation. Like you don't call me Larry.
we doing icebreakers, but no, we're not trying to break that
Yeah.
type of ice.
Nah, don't.
But I'm in the back of the tattoo shop, and the girl before me who's getting her tattoo shop, she talking about a whole bunch of shit. She talking about how her new ring got stuck. She had to get the fork and get it out.
A fork?
Fork. Ugh. Listen, I know it's wild.
Whoa.
but
A
I'm
new
just
ring is
trying
the
to
birth
bring-
control that you put inside
Oh, I
the
know.
vagina.
Wait, but how
You hit that before?
with a fork?
I don't like
Because she
them.
couldn't get it out. So
That's
you
not
gotta
kind
get
of
some-
sharp though. Like
But you gotta get some, I guess, probably grip it or
oh,
like
you couldn't use a spoon.
Oh.
Kind of.
scoop around it.
Scoop it? You
I'd
can't-
rather a spoon
Because the
than a
spoon is
fork.
wide. I don't
The
know.
fork got pointy.
I don't know.
Little
I don't
edges.
know.
Sorry, you right.
Maybe she didn't
Don't
use
care
that
about wide
angle.
shit.
She didn't tell me what angle she used.
And
but-
you just hearing from the side too.
You know.
It's like she was talking to you. I got it.
So she's talking about a whole bunch
It's
of
not
shit.
painful.
I would
Like,
use a butter knife. You scrub down that butter.
No.
You just need something to like go in there.
the knife sound worse than
Or
the
go
fork.
to the doctor.
The
Or-
Butter knife?
a knife still got the
You
sharp
need
edges.
you
No, you
need
shave
a
down the edges.
friend.
This don't make
You
no
need
sense
a
to me.
friend.
All right.
All you gotta do is rub the shit against something. Whatever, dog.
Continue.
Trying to sand down.
I don't got to put.
He telling us how to make shanks. Shave it down.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks.
Easy to hide, easy to maneuver.
She can stick that shit right up in her coochie. Her twat.
All right, so the fork is going
Twat.
up there
Oh.
to get the Nuva ring.
But we're getting distracted.
I'm
but that
sorry.
was one of the one of the wild things she was talking about.
Okay,
So
that was one.
yeah, so she was like, "Yo, I need to go get some lipstick next door from the beauty supply shop." Now, if you're from Queens and you're from my hood, you know, on 197th and Linden, There's like a whole bunch of shit. You got the beauty supply shop. There's a cat in there all the time. They got the barber shop next door. There's a Chinese food store.
99-cent store.
Boom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And across the street is like
the health food store, the laundromat,
the preschool.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll represent.
So she's like, yo, I
Both
gotta
sides.
go next door. I gotta get me some lipstick. So well, y'all don't know me, but I like to entertain things that I find entertaining.
Foolishness.
You know, there you go.
Ratchet.
A little bit sometimes, as long as you
That's
know
fine.
you're
It's all
cool with me,
fun,
the energy's
play.
fine.
I do it.
We could do it. So I'm like, oh, what you need the lipstick for? Like, oh, you about to fuck shit up?
Right, that's what it sounds like.
You about to go hook your girls up? Like, what you all doing? She's like, oh nah, this nigga think I'm playing with him.
Whoa.
So I'm like, wait, what you mean?
It's about
What
to be
happened,
one of
girl?
those.
She goes like, first of all, I already went to Farmbria. I got me some eggs.
The fuck is farm market?
It's
Yeah.
it's a supermarket. I went to Farmbria. I got me some eggs. I got me some sugar. All right, now I'm gonna get me some lipstick so I can write you dirty dick nigga all over his car.
Oh, caught
know?
it. Nice.
Bow. So I'm like, sugar. I got the eggs. Obviously, the car is getting eggs. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm like, what's the sugar for? Put me on.
So I know.
Curious. I'm curious. She's like, oh, you gotta fuck the nigga gas tank up.
Yep.
I'm like, tell me more.
You
What?
just flush the tank.
She was like, yo, you just pour a whole bunch of sugar in somebody's gas tank, and that's done.
That shit blow, yeah.
So
If
So that's
you
what
need to
happened
know.
on the-
maybe.
I don't know.
Has
What the
a
fuck is
female
wrong with this
ever
motherfucker?
destroyed
Ow, okay,
your
Malika.
car or your property, done?
No,
For like
I had
payback?
one John trying to. She like broke my spare car.
Oh, there we go.
She-
Bang.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Oh,
Did y'all
we
see
out.
that?
That tank, bitch.
Yeah.
Look at them titties.
Hey.
Wildin'. Them shits off.
Is this her snap?
It is snap.
I'm a child of God.
Amen.
But yeah, y'all saw it.
So I remember having this fight with this chick one time, and
What y'all?
shit up.
What y'all fight about?
Elle was cheating.
I might have
He was lying.
some shit.
Cheating
He
or
was cheating.
lying.
I might have got
Easy.
it caught up in
Courtney,
some
do you mind
shit,
making me
but
a drink, please?
basically, I come to my car. It's in the driveway, and I have a flat.
Ooh.
And I'm just like, yo, I ain't moved a car in a week. My shit was just good.
What kind of flat? Like one tire gone?
It was just one tire.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
She was smart.
So I'm in my head like, yo, did this bitch slice my tires? Like,
I think I heard if you get two of them, like the insurance covers it. Like I don't know how it goes. Is it?
I don't know. All I know is like, I'm like, yo, if she
Thank
slices
you.
my tires, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna slice her
But
tires.
how did you investigate that?
How did I do? Oh, nah, I had asked. I kept it real regular, like I didn't even see the car. So I asked her like, oh,
You trying to come over?
I'm like, oh, you trying to come? Yeah, basically.
Whoa.
Trying to pull up?
Good call.
So she's like, oh yeah, sure. I'm like, oh, you want me to come get you?
Guiltiness setting in.
Like I'm good, bitch.
My-
You thought shit wasn't sweet
So she hit me like, nah, I could take an Uber.
out of nowhere.
How far is she
I'm
from
like,
your
yo, my
house?
nigga, you ain't never asked for no Uber, no Lyft ever before.
You're lying.
I swear to God. So I'm like,
That wasn't who would.
I'm like,
And how old are you?
how
She don't
old
know how to
was-
fuck shit up.
How old was I had just got this new car. It was a new
I
brand
told
new.
you about the Vazine.
Yeah.
I told you probably too late, but you could have.
Drop.
Nah, right after that, I was
Fucking
just like, you know what? I need to make sure that I don't fuck with you. Like that was my little baby. This, my little black Honda. I used to love that car.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never done that
You
to
said little
anyone.
baby. I thought you were talking about the girl. I'm like, oh, this bitch was
Nah,
like,
fuck that.
important.
Fuck that bitch. Because now you want to take Ubers.
No.
You ain't never taken
Facts.
no Uber before. You know.
Fuck that
But you
bitch.
cheated on her though.
You don't think
That doesn't make
obvious.
wasn't
that doesn't
even
mean
together
that
type
she
shit.
can slash his tires.
I don't even think we was together, but maybe
You was ignoring
she
her?
was in a. I just blocked her after that. I'm like, yo,
Yo,
you be
Lawrence
blocking
had
bitches?
some girl trying to fight me. Remember what was her name? Chianti.
That's a
Why?
Yo, because I
listen,
met him. I guess that was her man.
yeah, nah, that's
That
what
was
she.
her
Lawrence, you were juggling?
Yo,
I wasn't juggling shit. I was chilling.
I got pressed on Twitter. I had to show the
Nah,
messages
I was-
like, yo.
I was literally chilling. A matter of fact, we didn't even meet yet. We were just friends on Twitter.
There you go.
And I'm like,
Met on Twitter.
Wow. But we had like mutual friends, so you knew it was like a safe area.
No.
What's wrong with your face?
But then
It's a
I
feeling.
do Twitter, so I don't know.
no,
Oh, Twitter's lit.
I do not align my life about what you do, so I don't judge. So you don't need to be scrunching up your face, and that's fine. And then what? Put your fire out.
Anyway, y'all, I thought you met in high school, so y'all lied.
no, but
We went to the same
we
high
went to
school.
high school,
That's why it was a safe.
and then
Niggas be lying, Courtney.
nah, when
Yeah.
when we was talking on Twitter, I remembered her face. Like, oh, you went to
we
Zozo.
had the same friends.
yeah, like it
that
was
was
regular.
it. Exactly.
All right, anyway.
So then,
Trying to gash it.
You had a joke.
That's why I had your porno up here in my Snapchat. So if you want to see Dom's porn, underscore E.UPHORIA.
Dom don't care.
Euphoria.
That shit ain't up. To,
He does.
Wait, she posted that?
Supposed to have a little clip.
Little titty.
It was only a little bit.
Yeah, that's
So,
out of order.
Shorty, you guys met on Twitter, and you guys.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know how this.
Why y'all doing it?
Nah, the shorty wanted to fight you.
That was the point.
Okay.
Cheating.
I'd be
time
really
and
chilling.
lying.
Like,
I just want to know
I'd
how
really be
this girl
chilling.
wanted to fight you.
You going to jail.
So it's time for the rap sheet, motherfuckers. Courtney, grab that envelope.
I'm gonna take it
That
back there
is-
for y'all. Okay.
Da-da-da-da-dee. Don't do it again because we gotta come up with a different song. This is nice.
You're welcome.
All right. So episode 5. See what that mouth do. Episode 5.
Like that energy.
Whole phases. Case 0052019.
Whole phases. Turn it up to the camera so they can see too. Make sure we're not lying.
It's for real.
or yeah, it really be.
I love this topic actually.
Do you really? I don't. I feel indifferent about it. Because I feel like there's so many of us girls that's like, I'm about to be on my shit this summer. I'm about to be fucking with mad niggas. And then in reality,
it don't be that.
it don't be
It don't be
happening.
like that.
Or like, even for myself, I'm like, I'm about
Like,
to.
that's a you thing.
And
Yeah.
you don't think this other girl's like
No, that literally just means she hasn't gone through her whole phase.
Not
yet.
really, no.
You
That's
need to,
it.
You need to start now. You get
Do I really?
Yeah.
It's weird because I feel so comfortable. Like, in general, I'm not with anybody right now, but I feel comfortable with having sex with one person.
That's not bad, but like if you want it, you need to do it now because you seem like you want it. Because the whole shit fun. You gotta be safe though.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's fun and kind of difficult at the same time. Like
But niggas have
Yeah.
whole phases too. Everybody.
What if I meet the one in my whole
I
phase?
love-
I've been
A whole phase, no. A whole phase. It's not. People always think that you're supposed to put it between a time frame. A whole phase
Should you not?
is what.
I think it should.
But it should.
be-
But
If it's not
should
in a
be
time frame, you
singular.
just a
But
whore.
it
You
all.
just a hoe.
It's not a. But what I'm saying, obviously, it's not a lifetime thing. That's why it's a phase. But everybody's
up.
different. Everybody's.
some
last-
people be stuck in it. Like
That's true, but the actual reality of a whole phase is people need to get the fucking out of their system, and not just the fucking out of the system. You need to learn what you like, what you don't like.
That's where I'm at.
That's what a whole phase is, and a whole phase is casual sex. It's without the hindrance or the tying down of now we're in a relationship. What does it say?
Put up whole phase. That's a pretty long definition, but
Give us the first 2 lines.
these
Yeah.
activities do not always end in sex, but can lead to it. High tendency to dance.
That's me every day.
With strangers, tease,
Flirt nonstop.
But that's what I'm saying.
pretty
Without
much my
having
life
to be tied
for my
down.
life.
Kiss and make
to
out with
somebody.
others.
Yes.
so it's not always
See,
about.
I don't
sex.
know about kissing niggas that I'm not really fucking with.
But that's just your personality.
And that's true.
And like I said, maybe you haven't gotten there yet. Maybe you haven't gotten to this place where
2 months
you
from
want
now?
to really explore. You want.
But her breakup is still fairly new, so
That's true,
maybe
that's what I'm
you just
saying.
not.
Nah,
doing it.
that shit old.
Listen, after
No.
after a guy's breakup, we go into a whole phase
And
like
so do
automatically.
women.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the
should.
reverse. So guys go through the whole phase automatically after a breakup,
Yeah.
and then they're sad.
Then we
Women,
figure-
we get upset first, and then the whole phase starts to trail on behind,
Yeah.
and
Yes,
that's how.
it's your whole phase is after the breakup.
For sure.
So what happens is you go through this relationship. Majority of the time, it ends bad. So you're going through this whole spiel of feeling hurt and feeling sad and feeling less than and feeling like a piece of shit. And then little by little, each and every day,
You get a little better. Sunshine a little
You wake
brighter.
up the next morning, you
Mascara
like, all right, girl,
on.
Let's do a little
So how
something.
many days does that take?
But you see,
It depends.
No, honestly, I would say at least 2 to 3 months.
That's when I was starting to be open to talk to other people, honestly.
If
2
it's
months
like
after,
a real relationship that like it was something
there was
like
some time put in it.
2 to 3 months, then you want to start getting dressed. Now you start putting a little mascara on.
look a little
Start
cuter
coming
going to
outside.
brunch.
Then you start to realize the niggas that was hollering at you the whole time, they still there. You coming out and say, yo, can I talk to you? What's up? You start to feel yourself a little bit more when you go home that day.
I can't wait for
You
the
go
summer.
outside the next day. Happens all over again.
Yo, to be real, there was one guy, I was walking in the city and I was sad for some odd reason. And this guy pulled out a BMW and a Nike Tech. He was like, yo, I like your hair. And I was like,
Hello?
Oh, got him.
like,
Hello?
I'll suck your
Thank
dick
you.
right now.
Hello?
I was
Got him.
like, wow, that hit.
Uh-huh.
And he just kept walking. That's all I needed to hear that one day.
I do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, keep
Summertime, it starts to get a little warmer. You start
Woo,
wearing a
with
little
a
less.
sundress.
You come outside.
You took that same route the next day?
Nah, I
Same
didn't.
time?
But I remember that nigga's face.
did.
Light skin
Yeah.
John.
Fire.
'Cause-
He was real cute.
And then you start to remember that you are the shit.
Yo.
Okay? And you could get your shit off too. And then it's this whole thing about remembering
You a hoe
that you don't want to
The
be tied
confidence.
down to somebody else again. Now if you want to wear your skirt short, nigga, I could wear that skirt short. Okay, if I want to have these titties out, I can have these titties out.
Heard you.
Right?
All right? And then that's your whole phase.
So you had kind of touched on it, how guys kind of go into their whole phase right after the relationship, and then kind of feel remorseful, like, yo,
I
damn,
should've
maybe I
kept
do
her.
miss my girl, or maybe I miss,
But niggas
being in a
backwards.
relationship. So by the time we be wanting to come back, like,
Now,
yo,
now we're
let's-
in the whole phase.
like, yo, let me.
Like you
let's
can
work
come
this
over,
out.
You can come over, but just know he might be coming over later.
That's
Tomorrow night.
that's the next part of the my thought process. Like, can you be in a whole phase with your past ex?
Oof.
That was the last person you were
It
just
depends
with.
on how deep into your whole phase you got. Because sometimes you can care for them. For example, if somebody you know that gave you good dick.
Yeah,
But
so they
now,
can still.
But now, as a woman, you're secure because now you know you don't give a fuck about that nigga
Got
no
it.
more.
So
Yo.
it's okay to kind of bring in the retro.
Now
after.
I'm texting you. You sleep? You up?
Ooh.
I think it's about being clear about your intentions too, and
Exactly.
to keep the
But
reminder
that's
of
what I'm saying.
listen.
We're not hanging out during the day. We're
Mm-hmm.
not eating. I'm texting you at 10 o'clock. After I done
So
got settled.
It's okay.
I'm showered.
Because I
don't
always
like
thought
that
you had to
sometimes.
leave the.
The exes be.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's
because
like a
I think
regular
to-
thing.
I
I didn't
honestly
know
think to
how
not
to
hurt them,
verbally
yeah.
say, like, yo, yeah, I don't want to be with you, but yeah, the sex is still popping between us. So,
We can fuck around.
I'm about to just start
because
saying
sometimes
that shit.
sex can keep you in a relationship,
Sex be the only sex is 60% of a relationship.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What's the other 40?
That's incorrect.
What's your other 40
no.
though?
Sex is probably like 70. I'm gonna say sex
70?
and connection, like non-verbal connection.
You know what I'm realizing,
Intimacy, romance, is that what you passion?
30% is like, can we vibe outside of sex? And that's it.
So where's
So,
communication?
I have
'Cause
to
remember
disagree.
We had said that.
70.
too.
Okay,
A
so
bad
70%.
reason,
I'll
well, not a
define
bad
it.
reason, but
It's non-verbal communication. Can we just be together without
and
talking?
cohabitate.
And that's sex.
And it's
so
regular.
I'm throwing sex into that.
Okay.
Because you don't need to talk to have
So
sex.
why do
That's
you
70%.
disagree?
Just because sex isn't going to be the whole, it's not going to be majority of how great my relationship is going to be, or even our non-verbal actions together. It should be at least, to me, I would say sex and like physical attraction in that way is about 40%. It's not the whole 60, 70%
So
though.
you
'Cause
like your niggas cute.
I like my niggas cute.
No, she don't, because she just said 40%. Non-verbal communication.
But she
goes
said
into all
physical
of it.
attraction. You
Non-verbal
would have
that's
to
what I
find
think
that
of-
person
I
attractive.
disagree for two different reasons. One, I've had a friend that loved somebody. They loved this nigga. They loved her like she really loved this nigga from the bottom of her heart. This nigga's dick was the size of my pinky. Oh God,
Can
we
love
all
bring you that
know, we all
close?
seen it.
fine.
But that
you could
nigga, that makes a difference in sex.
No,
For some
it's-
women, yes.
Wait.
You guys confused. I
No.
said it's-
So the other reason why it goes into that, a lot of people, a relationship is like it sounds bad, it's like a business. You want to be able to do good business with somebody.
Yeah.
If you could do good, great, excellent business with somebody, you're going to overlook
The shortcomings.
Maybe he not breaking my back.
No pun intended.
Maybe she not. Maybe it's not the best head I ever got in my life. Maybe it's not the wettest pussy. But we can do some great shit together, and all that other things will overpower.
We've talked
just
about
sex.
We talked about that before. I only think of relationships as a business transaction.
Oh God,
which is
that doesn't.
No, we need to combine.
if you
what the fuck are we combining forces for? Then?
If you have forward vision on your relationship, you have to include financial.
I mean, definitely,
those
but
are
that shouldn't be all of it.
Those are things that are like
financial stability,
non-tangible things. Like those are the things that like we don't need to.
And also, I gotta know if I could have you come to my business dinner and not embarrass me.
My thought is take away all of that, the business and this. What do you have left for your relationship? If you were looking for something where it's almost like a business transaction, then what if you guys lost everything? What do you have at the end of the day?
That's
what
true.
connections do y'all have?
No, you're thinking of business and like numbers. I'm talking about what do our forces combined equal?
Yeah.
Like what can we achieve together?
What do you bring to the table? What do I bring to the table?
I think what Don wants to add is, in order for me to be with you, I need to have good sex because that's also a part of you stimulating me for me to perform better in the day. Is that part of
that
like
is also
something?
a point of the 70%. Like the 70%
But 70
is
is
like
a lot just for sex, because as you get older,
sex. You guys are just focusing on sex.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's the things that aren't verbal.
But why is 70 so
it's the
big?
vibe we give.
That's what we're trying to
Because the vibe
understand.
is most important.
And
because the vibe extends longer than
because
us talking about it.
All right, like, and I had said it. Some good sex will keep you in a bad situation. You know, you'll stay a little longer because
on God,
this head is immaculate. You know, this box is A1.
Yeah.
And you know what? The fact that I hate you and everybody that around you, you know, I'm gonna stick to it, because when we alone and the lights go off, we do it. We do it good.
Can you break it down a little more? So 70% is sex and nonverbal communication or whatever.
Yeah.
Between the 70%, what's more
like
sex and what's more verbal, nonverbal?
Too dug in on the relationship.
So we should.
have to.
That's actually a good topic for another time, Courtney.
But the whole we out of the.
I can break it down because I wrote it. I wrote it down in college. But like it's the nonverbals mean so much more to me. Can we really vibe? Like there's people that are pretty as fuck that like would love to be in relationships, but we just didn't vibe. Like it's something missing. It's that spark, and that spark is at 70%.
The chemistry.
The chemistry. It's something you can't put, and that chemistry can go into sex, but I don't know the exact percentage on that.
I'm sorry, we left. We went to relationships.
Back to whole phase. You said something also about time.
But
How long should your whole phase last?
Until you find somebody interesting enough to make you focus on one person.
I'm gonna say 6 years.
Oh my God.
Because I'm thinking of college and then a little after college.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say a decade.
Oh my God.
10 years?
I'm thinking a year and a half.
You know,
years the max.
or even just a season.
Because
to be real.
after a while,
I'm lying. A decade sounded crazy.
That's not crazy.
It depends on when you
I was
start.
thinking about my life.
When you start.
I got 8 years on HOE. Like being like a
after a while, that shit
on that damn hose.
after a while, that shit gets lonely as fuck though.
OD.
Yeah, I'm super lonely.
But you know what was crazy?
But I get pussy.
So I remember when I had my whole phase, it didn't necessarily get lonely because people cared about me.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
make
I'm
sure
saying?
people care
Like,
about me. I care about people too.
Now you could have a non-commitment relationship without it being just what you doing at night. It could be like, yo,
We're friends.
No, and for
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
This is my people's. You know,
Yeah, it was always stimulating having conversation, and my whole phase basically, I love knowing that niggas wanted me. I didn't necessarily want anybody in particular. It just, you get this type of confidence.
I'm sorry. Is there a max of people that you have in your bank? Like, How many
Four.
people would you?
I always had like 4.
Because I remember
could
I was
just
texting like
rotate those.
7.
And like you said,
Too
it's not
much.
always about sex.
Right.
Somebody is mad funny. Somebody gonna smoke me up.
Somebody
You know what
look
I'm
good
saying?
to go out to the movies.
Exactly.
To go to the movies
No,
with.
Some people
that's-
are
yeah.
fuck. Some
So-
people I'll go out with you.
Yeah. Some is just,
So what's like your starting 5 package? So I was talking about this with my friends. Like if you had your five holes with you, what kind of people you need on your team? Like you need the one you having sex with for sure.
I need the funny
right?
one.
All of them
we
are
can
fucking.
start with Dom and then we'll kind of.
All of them are fucking, but there's no like specifications. They all change every
But
season.
they all bring something to the table, right?
Yeah, they all
have to-
Yep.
yeah.
What is it though?
I don't know
You
if I
could
got
give-
to start at
you
5,
could give
but maybe I
2.
got like a 3.
Yeah, 2
Okay,
or 3.
starting 3. Starting.
Usually one has the best box. One is usually a little bit more mature, so I can talk to them about like future endeavors. One is usually maybe a little younger, so like she'll know everything. I'm teaching her a lot.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Like
And then probably the other one's probably just like eye candy. Like if I go out with her, I know niggas is looking, and I'm like,
This is
I'm
mine.
fucking that. It's usually 4, so 4.
got it. Malika, what's your starting 3, starting 4?
Bam.
she got this shit
So
down to a
one,
science.
there has to be somebody that can do something for me.
All of
Okay.
them need to do
Okay?
something for you.
No, but like,
Nah, he got a little extra than.
I don't know. Listen, there got to be at least one that could do something for me. I need to go somewhere.
So you could get
pay
flued
for
out.
My Uber. You
My Uber.
The daddy.
paying for my Uber. And I'm hungry. You
Sugar
are
daddy.
ordering my food.
The daddy.
It's pulling up to my house. You don't even got to be there.
daddy.
You don't smoke, but you'll buy my weed. Okay. And then sometimes, often than not, that's the person that gives the best head.
Oh wow.
Like the dick is trash,
Gotta make
but
these
the
notes.
head is crazy.
Sorry.
Okay.
So that's
Then
one.
you gotta have the cute one that you think is mad sexy.
Fire.
That like is
So you
mad
gotta have a
delicious.
looker
Yes.
in every.
That's
each
mad
of these,
delicious.
You have to have a looker.
That's the one that's spanking your boots. You don't really. I mean,
So
like,
everyone's spanking.
You
This the
kind
nigga-
of want him to ask you to hang out, but like.
But you know he not going.
But you know he really not going to. But you know when it's that time, like he's hitting you up, like, "Yo, you home?" Yes, I am.
It's the nigga usually have to fuck for his house.
Oh, got it.
Then,
That's 2.
then you gotta have like the.
The fuck is that?
He could be
The hood
like,
one?
He like me,
That's Melissa Rock.
but like maybe he's too short, or he's too.
Stop coming
or
Oh, he's like the
Or-
disformed one, like.
or he don't got a good job, so I know like I'm not really.
But he
Gonna-
he dicking you down or some shit.
Oh,
And he's mad funny. He's mad cool. Got wild
But
chemistry.
he not the one you introduce to your
But
friends.
yeah, we're not
hanging out in the streets
but
together.
He's mad cool.
I think
Then
every joint
I
got
think-
one like that.
And then those are my 3.
I've heard about that from my friends.
Nah,
Those are the 3.
nah, it'd be like.
L. What's your starting 3, starting 4?
So, I
That's
think I
mad
could.
funny.
I'm trying to go off in my whole phases that I had. When I was younger, I had a sugar mama who she was a little
Never
older
had
than
I was
me,
gonna ask.
and she took care. Like she literally took
Nursed
care
you.
of me.
You lucky
Like
motherfucker.
yeah,
I never had one.
I
was
can't dedicate to it because I almost
to
got
go
there and it
This
was
is also
like-
foreign to me.
real shit. Like
Y'all need to find one. It's easier for girls though.
so, like I said, I would wake up sometimes
Yeah,
and
course.
she would like start the video game for me. Like yo, making breakfast.
No, that's
Stop showing,
like
stop showing off,
that
nigga.
is
My nigga,
like PlayStation or Xbox. I just want to know.
she had both, but I would.
Wait, she had it in her crib?
She had a son.
Oh, boy.
Older than him.
Boy, I was like, yo, you
So-
dog ass.
Yo,
That was
you
your nigga.
nasty.
You a
Nigga like 7.
Why I
on
had
this
to
nigga
end? She
game.
had told me to go pick him up from football practice. And I was just like,
Ooh.
this is getting too serious.
Yeah.
For me. I need the
Did you pick
backup.
him up?
Hell no.
You ever been on seeking arrangement?
I've heard about this on YouTube.
Oh my God, yes. So, on God.
First of all, calm the fuck down.
No, because I'm about business. Let me tell you something. So I've never had Tinder. On God, I've never had, what is it, POF, Hinge.
You shouldn't have POF.
I've never
I had a
had
Black
any of these
People's
dating
Meet.
sites, but I had seekingarrangements.com. I signed up as a baby. Yes. I signed up as a baby, seeking a sugar daddy.
Sugar baby.
And
No, you
Make
don't
a
want a
profile
sugar
right now.
baby. You have to take care of them.
No, yes, he is a sugar baby.
Hey,
He's a sugar baby.
Oh, I was like,
So the
wait a
sugar
minute.
baby
You know niggas
is.
don't read.
But I definitely did this, and like I used
Wait,
to
are you logging in or creating a
during the
profile?
whole phase?
Did this?
Okay.
During my whole phase, it was lit.
I was on.
But like I couldn't. That's what I'm saying. I could never like follow through. Like I was having
on,
conversations. Niggas was like, "Yo, pull up."
Black
I couldn't.
people's meat for during my whole phase.
And I
And
couldn't.
that's where I found the older chick from. You know, she had
The sugar mama.
yeah, like she. When I tell you she took care of me, like put money in my
God
pocket.
bless her soul.
I worked, but she would give me bread. She made more than me. She was like a
Were you
doctor
eating her
or some
pussy?
shit. Yeah, I was wilding on her.
Hey.
I
You have
my
to.
nigga, I used to
Wasn't that
put.
legit though. A scale of 1 to 10, how was the pussy? Like the consistency of the pussy.
Nah, it was a little different.
Oh my
It was a little-
gosh.
But everything else
It was a
good.
little.
I feel like she got hairier faster than normal females, but
She older, yeah.
yeah, like
Harriet.
Was a little coarser.
yeah, it was a little fight.
Of course.
Let me ask you, because I
It
got
was
more
a little
questions
fight.
A little
on
fight.
it. Did y'all ever go out? Or was it strictly like a home, dick me down, weekend?
We
beat?
went out a couple times,
Like for
Was it
dinner.
awkward
but
for you?
it was because I had one waitress, nosy ass bitch, was like, oh
Yo,
I-
so I know, fuck that bitch.
yeah.
Nosy ass bitch.
Come on the shoulder.
Somebody
You know you
Yeah,
with the girls
She
too.
said something to the fact like, oh, are you paying for your mom or some shit?
Oh damn.
But and mind you, Shorty didn't look that old, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you wildin', you. I'm
I
like,
come to the point of age where my mom looks good, you know, black don't crack. People really think we going out. Like, it's getting real awkward
Like-
at this point. Like, I don't like
My
going
dad's
out
in that
with my
phase. He's like, people are looking at us. I was
Yeah.
like, are they really?
yeah,
mom. My mom
it
don't.
was.
She looked like she's 32 or some shit.
Hey.
So that was.
Good.
Yeah, that's
Good
why I
vibes.
couldn't do it. Like I can never. I can't fuck with somebody I can't kiss in the street. I can't. Like my skin will crawl.
Oh, wow.
Like my hairs will stand.
I don't
like
go out with those people. We don't touch.
Yeah, I would
but
assume.
after a
They're
while
crazy.
they're gonna require more
it's
than that
over.
for you. Like the first time I got an iPhone, that was straight sugar daddy, straight up.
Hold on, I gotta go on Black People Meet. Like,
This nigga was a accountant at Rockefeller Center. 32 years old. I was like
Money.
19, 18, around there. And it was gross because like every time we were by ourselves, he was normal.
Fella Center. Oh, that shit on 50th Street.
Yeah.
So every time we were by ourselves, he was like regular, and then every time we was around niggas, he
would
was
do
just
too much.
on
You,
me.
yeah, of course.
And I'm like,
Making niggas
yo,
know.
Son,
He wasn't handsome. He wasn't cute.
yeah, but it's just.
It was too much of a switch up.
Yeah, and when you don't feel like that
It's-
towards somebody, it's a different
and
type
especially when you already in your mind when you're
Yeah.
doing multiple dating, like, bro, you trying to or
Do too much.
Shorty, you doing too much, you know? Like, I don't want to pick up your son. I don't want to, you know, like. First off, that was going to be our first time even
And
meeting.
then he was weird.
Oh, that's even
Nigga
wild.
fingered
and-
me in the car one time and it came on himself. I was like, no.
Nigga, what?
Now we can't.
No.
Wait,
tell me more.
this
tell
is
me more,
before.
tell me more,
Wait,
tell me more, tell
This
I
me
is
feel
so
like
much
you
for me.
mentioned this
No,
as a joke in another podcast. Like, oh, niggas
he
come
sucking your
off of
nipple?
looking at
Was he-
titties.
No. She done nothing but eat.
Driving the car, fingering me, came on himself. The nigga sounded like he exploded. Oh,
A little pre-cum or the full thing.
I mean,
Yeah. All right. So
I like to get fingered. No, you can't be coming on yourself.
I think that's normal though. If
But
he
when-
was
When you're in a
finger
whole
popping you
phase, you
and
got to figure out
driving-
what you don't like.
But that was part of my whole
And
phase.
you figure out, like,
This was also
alright,
the same nigga
this right here,
that bought
I'm
me a
not.
dildo and told me I couldn't have it.
that was a power trip.
Was it for him?
So
What he was
the
doing.
nigga told me, we went to the sex store, picked out a whole dildo. Now he's dropping me home. I'm gathering my bags. I'm grabbing the bag with the dildo in it. He like, nah, I want you to leave that here. I'm like, what? That don't make no sense. How you gonna buy me a dildo and the dildo not coming with me?
He trying to make
That
sure
nigga
that you.
We jump into the next line. He's like, I'll feel more safe if it's protected with me. I'll protect it. So what? I'm gonna be putting the dildo on top of my head, swinging around in the train station. I don't get it. Whatever.
Oh, I was like, wait, where are we going with
Then he
this?
tells me, I don't want you to be using it with your friends. I didn't know that was a thing you do. I thought that was like very hygienic,
See if you get a
Okay.
free week.
So now I'm trying to
like
get
that.
You got
down to the
pictures?
bottom of the thing.
Yeah.
Bottom of
Yeah.
things.
Black people.
My nigga. No, but you meet black. I had met
Lawrence, he
my.
asked me. if he can do me, and then I could do him.
Do with what?
He's an older
Exactly.
nigga,
I'm
With
trying
the-
to
wait,
explain
wait,
to you
wait.
what was happening.
Maybe
Sexuality is so fluid at this point.
Maybe that's what it goes down to. But
Hold on,
Nah.
because Courtney, you never talked about your starting five. So
I did, and Lawrence didn't even finish his.
I didn't even. I stayed on the sugar mama.
We can talk about your gay nigga.
No, we don't. But
So then-
basically, he asked me if I ever had a nigga back it up for me, and we're gonna be done with it.
Back it up. What that
Yeah,
mean?
On the
That's
dick,
what I
the
asked.
dildo.
Oh,
we're gonna go
what?
back to your whole face, and then we're gonna leave it at
No,
that.
we gotta talk.
That's it.
Yo.
No, whole
All right.
face.
So then
Fuck.
That's one. So the sugar mama,
I
and
had
then
a sugar mama. Then I had a young girl.
You lucky bastard.
18,
She was 19.
and you were how old?
What's us?
24.
And was she Keisha
No,
on the
that's-
phone? Was it Keisha?
All I know is I had
This
a
is
car. I had
Keisha?
a job.
Yeah, I
and,
sucked his dick.
Basically, she seen that and thought it was God. I'm like, all right.
wait, she what?
She thought it was like, over and beyond. I'm like,
Aw,
I'm not
boo.
making all that much, but I guess it's more than what she see on the regular.
gotcha.
No, keep going.
So, but I need
A young girl,
Sugar
I had
mama.
a sugar mama.
old chick because I feel like both of y'all standards are mine, so I'm just gonna give you what I got.
Yeah.
Then I had this other chick. She was in a relationship, and
and
it just worked out for
Okay.
me
That's
because
another
no, I never did that though. Never.
it just worked out for me because the attention I had to give her was
Minimum, yeah.
So, whenever she hit me up, we would talk about an hour or two, and then I won't speak to her for a couple days or whatever, and it was fine for me.
I love being
Lucky
a side
that.
nigga.
You did say that
it
before.
was good.
Well, let's start to wrap it up because I think we probably got everybody's whole phase out there. Are you still going through your whole phase?
We have to.
Slightly
Courtney's
though.
going to give us her
Yeah, give
her top
A quick one, too.
Go
her
ahead.
requirements real quick.
So mine's is, of course, different from y'all because I am that child. Honestly, I'm only having sex with one.
So you're
Just
not in there
because.
yet.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But I can have
Nah,
other.
you gotta have sex with at least
Sure.
two on some,
Very
Oh no! I see, and then the thing, me, I cannot. That's just me.
or just head from one and
I'm
then sex
content
with
with
the.
just that. On a sense, like I'm good
was-
with that relationship.
Have you gotten an older nigga yet?
Oh no,
You
I'm
gotta
not.
get-
I'm not
she
fan.
gotta get her
You have
older
to get
nigga?
real sex. I don't even know how to
It's
explain
real-
that.
No.
Oh,
she-
the nigga
you
from
gotta-
40?
You gotta get some nigga to dick you down.
For real.
From
What?
Brooklyn?
I'm already.
And
Not
or
from
Harlem.
Brooklyn. Harlem.
Harlem might.
Brooklyn, Harlem.
I don't know about niggas.
You
I
you
ain't
need a
gonna-
gangster nigga.
Brooklyn,
Courtney needs a gangster.
The
Like
thing is, that's
you
my
know.
type. I enjoy guys that have a
And
little street in them.
no, but you need
Like-
somebody respectfully nasty to take
That
to,
might spit
to
in your
do things
face
to you
and then wipe
that
it
you
off.
Probably didn't realize that you liked.
I eat your butt.
But because I listen, when you're having sex, Courtney,
Stick the whole
you have
finger
to
in
do
your butt while you-
everything at least
just
3 different times, and I'll tell
two
you why.
fingers.
One, the
Courtney
first
is not
time-
with-
the first time it
Not
may
with
just
the-
be off.
That's a whole fist. Got the whole fist.
You fisting bitches?
I've
You
been
okay?
close.
2.
I thought about
Let's
it
start
before.
this.
I've been
We
close.
gotta bring
2.
it back.
I almost
The second
fisted that
time
old
it might
lady
be
like
with the wrong person. The third
whole
time
shit in
it
her
might
shit.
all align. Okay?
I must think about this.
What,
You gotta do it.
But that's one. That's the only one I'm really.
But you know what? Part of the whole phase is going to the part where you don't care anymore. I don't think
But
you
I am
don't care.
I'm at the point where I don't.
It's not even care about people, but it's to the
You
point
don't
where
care about yourself, but like respectfully, like
No, I think that's incorrect.
that ass.
nah, you want to get yourself out there to different things,
Respectfully.
like
I think I'm there. I think it's just a different form.
if you still turning your nose
Okay,
up at the
so
old
If
nigga,
you
then maybe
if you
not.
can tell me a wild story that happened last week, then you're in your whole phase.
Can't. Boom.
That's
can't
the
know.
truth. That's
fucked
the
this
truth.
Asian
But
girl
I'm
in
at the
Texas.
point because I have a boyfriend. I actually want to do whole things with my boyfriend. Like I think I'm
As you
finally
should.
ready
Mm-hmm.
to start doing wild shit. Like
You
I
do
want-
me, you do. do
no.
with the-
The dildo.
I don't even like things in my butt.
Okay.
Maybe a finger, but not inside, just pressed. And you have to do it right.
Just
That's what I'm
pressed.
saying.
To
Just
be real,
pressed.
if you poop that day, you don't want nobody touching anywhere around there.
You gotta poop every day.
Let's be
Depends on
real.
How many hours?
No,
Let's be real.
honestly,
Fresh out the shower, maybe.
when you're having sex,
I'm with that fresh hours.
sometimes fresh
out
hour
the-
sex is the best. But when you're in the mode, as long as you wipes good, you are trying to take it where you trying to take it.
Bruh.
Nah, but
Okay, so
I only do butt action right after the shower.
that's
you
reasonable.
should.
That's my rule.
And feet too. Like, don't put your feet in
I
my.
don't do feet at all.
Oh, you don't.
There's some guys that
Remember that.
I like feet.
In
So,
your
Yeah, I
what?
know. You talking?
no.
in your mouth.
Oh, like you like
Yeah.
sucking toes?
Sometimes
suck
out the
toes?
I don't like that.
yeah, out the shower. Sometimes
Never
I
had
don't like
anyone.
that.
Wait, can I finish my list real quick?
Yeah, please
I'm sorry. So one,
I saw
I'm only having
Dom
sex
on it.
with. Oh, you on, ma?
continue.
And then two, one that I can talk to all day, every day, just communication wise.
He's
Three,
a good talker. Mhm.
yeah, somebody that we can hang
yeah.
out, go out together.
Those are the ones you
Funny one, the
usually
one.
don't sleep with.
That's the
I had
funny
a-
nigga.
I had a funny chick.
That's
She
the
was
nigga
funny
with
as
no
fuck.
job. Who can't take home to mom. That's the cool one. That's mad funny and witty and shit.
But yeah, it's that. And there's one that acts like my boyfriend, but we know we're not together, and that's it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
me. I'll do that. I'll do all the work.
Oh,
So I need. That's all. That's all I need.
that's the one you could dress up. We
Go
look
out.
Nice, we go out.
You can meet my
we have
friends.
together.
And if somebody mentions something about y'all being in a relationship, it ain't weird. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah. I
just
was like,
kinda-
no, it's my friend. We cool.
you know, or you don't even explain like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
And-
we
but y'all
together.
know, you know,
But we're not together.
yeah.
So yeah,
I
that's
do that all
my
the time.
starting. That's what I need. That's what I want this summer.
I need
That's
to.
all.
So guys, that's it. We have the whole phase here. You still a hoe.
Hoein is.
Holding for
About to
decades.
jump in the whole phase.
So before you get married, should you go through a whole
Hell
phase?
yeah.
I feel like you
You
should
have
go through
to.
at least two
What?
When I get
before
married,
I put a ring on.
when I get
You-
married, I'm gonna be done with all.
Yeah,
I'm
you have to.
Done, but like
2 more
I know-
years.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's
absolutely
good
crucial
for-
to your relationship.
I
don't
feel
plan
like
on
it's good
cheating
for
on my wife.
yourself because you realize, like we all, you had mentioned, you figure out what you don't like, what you do like, what you need in a relationship, and what you don't want in a relationship. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going through
And-
that
put
now.
all of that together,
and then
find
again,
your-
without being tied down to anybody.
Yeah,
The
you-
freedom to just not be judged, to do whatever you want. Yo, you hitting your homegirls up in the group
What's
chat
the
with
show
like, yo, some wild
where-
stories.
what's the show where Shorty had 3 of her niggas at Thanksgiving dinner?
It's not Insecure, right?
No, I don't think so.
It was on Netflix. That's what you need to do for this year. Have-
Oh my gosh, she's gotta have it. I love.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
So yo, that was dead ass my life like 2 years ago. I wish she's gotta have it. I had 2 boyfriends at the same time, and both of these niggas loved me
Did I tell you I
so
met this
fucking
bitch?
much, and it was
Jeez.
lit. And she's
She
gotta
has-
have it.
Honestly,
She's
someone
gotta have it.
said-
It's amazing.
Boy,
I resemble them.
Boy,
What
I
happened?
met it. So she came to my restaurant.
does she look as good as in person as
I
she
believe
does
that.
on the show?
Bro, her eyes, bro, her skin.
Is it
Her
like,
skin,
she's
her-
literally
and she
the
was getting
definition-
fucked in the loving bed.
Bro, I
Like-
don't wanna
Oh
fuck
my
in that.
you remember the old
God.
paintings?
I don't even like, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta try things because it takes somebody to do something to you that you didn't
and all
think
of
you were
her,
gonna like.
all of her niggas was
To
mad
do it to
different.
you right,
It was her.
for
and
it to
Miles.
be like,
Yeah.
yo,
I just gotta find it then. I think it's really I gotta find that person.
I was like 19 getting another, no, maybe I was like 20 get another dude.
Nah,
he
she
was like another
really-
30 something, and he was the nastiest nigga I ever met in my life. The nigga who was crying in front of the dentist.
Look how the niggas is
He
looking at her.
used to fuck me so good. And he used to do, like, even if I was on my period, he used to be like, yo, let me, and I'm like, nah, you're wildin'.
I've only done that.
But
once.
you need someone
the
to
period?
take you there to think that you don't like it, to like it, to understand in your whole phase.
I think we gotta wrap this up.
Shout out to Rez, our
Hey,
engineer.
mama.
And you know what, guys? We covered Nipsey again. R.I.P. to Nipsey.
Facts.
A lot of
He
shout outs.
passed
to
the
his
day
family.
after we recorded our last podcast.
That's crazy.
Like,
Yep.
you know,
A lot of love and shout outs to his family and everyone. I liked in the caption put stay 10 toes down. All right. Somebody Snitched podcast.
Damn.
Episode 5.
Wow.
I was holding on to drugs for my friend.
What kind of drugs do you hold?
Well, who's your friend?
Okay,
Who's your friend? What's his name? Snitch. Snitch them out. Now you're snitch. Hey, what do we do with snitches in this bitch?